The first Methodist church in Weaverville was in this cemetery. A little log church. We'll talk about that when we get up there. But that's the reason the cemetery started here. There was a church here. And this is John and Elizabeth Biffle Weaver. And their graves, and you can see the stones are pretty well worn away. So there's a plaque here. And they were enclosed. They are one of the first pioneers in the Reems Creek Valley. John received his first land grant in 1785. We think he was a Revolutionary War soldier because grants were usually given to veterans, but he was John Weaver, no middle name, so it's hard to prove things like that. We know that he was with the Biffle brothers because he married their sister Elizabeth, and both of them are documented Revolutionary soldiers, and they received a grant at the same time. Their father brought their father, who was advocate to build the mill. So the whole family were associated. So John and Elizabeth settled here. He was 19 when they were married over near Elizabeth, Tennessee, and she was 12. Yeah, when he brought her here, my theory is that he came here and built something probably first, and then brought her because she already had baby Jacob. And then so they came over the mountain with a full-on horse. There was no roads in the Cherokee, it's just called a trail. And they came across the mountain with a horse and mule. Pretty much everything they owned. So who's listening?
They are my 7th great-grandparents. So 2 of their daughters married into my grandfather's family, the Garrisons, who are buried here.
Still was a garden person. So
yeah, sorry. But as you can see, I have started clearing the wood, and I've got more rock. So there's probably more back in there, like Judith said. But John and Elizabeth were great adventurer pioneers, and their homestead was over the hill.
Right, about where the Frontier Phone Company is now, it's their first block now.
So we're not exactly sure like how far this extended. It could be. I mean, this isn't really old. It could go all the way over to west, I guess.
Yes,
down here.
Yes, probably did. Yeah, at one point. And they probably were just very scattered at the beginning, you know. I mean, I don't think there was any big plan probably in the cemetery. Things were just where the family or whoever.
And if you can see back here, I dug up this. There's a tombstone laying on its back. I found that the other day. So I've got to try to raise her. I think it's a woman. And so that she was buried.
Chrisley. He's one of the John's or John Tyler. Chrisley. Yeah.
What's the man?
It's a man. Chrisley. Yeah. Chrisley. Yes, I think. Chrisley. Yeah. So John and Elizabeth settled here. They eventually had 11 children. John and Elizabeth and I'm much older than Joel. They're 4th grade. So, fourth grade grandparents. So, Mary Biffle, as I mentioned, the Biffle, Mary was Elizabeth's sister. And Mary was also here and she married an Eller. You've seen Eller Cove and Eller name around. So she married John Jacob Eller. She is buried here. He is not. Apparently he died when he was about age 40 in Tennessee. We're not sure, but she wanted to be buried here in the Hills. And a lot of the old ones have rocks like this or a place to was thought to keep the bodies from rising or maybe from floating if there was flooding or whatever like that. We have one, while we're down here, I want to point out one Union soldier over here, John Shirley Hampton. John was one of the Union mounted cavalry. They were apparently putting like 2 Union regiments in North Carolina, and they were mainly like raiders and bushwhackers that raided from over in what is now Tennessee. And he was only 17. And 1865. So we're not sure what happened to John. He's the only Union soldier I think that ever came. The Union tombstones were rounded on top, and the Confederates are pointed. But it doesn't say Union, but it gives you company, and I looked it up in the Civil War records. It is the Union company. This grave over here is Susanna Weaver, and this is called the first colony of America. I've never really heard of. They're sort of like the CAR, one of those that put this plaque here that says she's the first black child born west of the US. Well, not true. The Bee Tree settlement in Quananoa was already up and going. Moving on to what there, and she was probably the first. It's probably true that she was maybe the first girl born in Reems Creek Valley. Maybe there were several settlers. John was one of the first settlers, but there was also a man named Shadrach Hyatt, and a couple of others, that were settling along the same time. But Susanna is the oldest daughter of John. Jacob Weaver was the oldest, and his cemetery is off of Reems Creek